Today we're going to talk all about the Edmonton River Valley. Hi, this is Melody Wilson with the Real Life team at Remax Elite, and today I'm going to talk to you all about the Edmonton River Valley. It is such a great feature of this city. It spans out 48 kilometers in Edmonton, and now here's this. Fun fact, the Edmonton River Valley is actually 22 times larger than New York Central Park. So as a family, we love checking out the Edmonton River Valley. There's so much of the River Valley that we haven't even seen, and I'm born and raised here in Edmonton. So we've checked out a few different spots and wanted to spotlight some of them for you today. So there's a lot of pedestrian bridges and paths in the North Saskatchewan Edmonton River Valley paths. So what we do is we usually just go to the west end, because that's where we live, and there are the stairs, the Wolfridge Stairs. There's a ton of stairs. A lot of people do running up and down there. I've done that before. We've also gone and walked up and down as well. And it actually leads over to the Fort Edmonton footbridge that takes you over the River Valley over to the Fort Edmonton Park. One of the things we love about the Edmonton River Valley is when we are in the River Valley, it feels like we are away from the city. You don't hear much of any cars, you don't see any vehicles, and it's quiet, there's a ton of trees, and it's super relaxing to see the Edmonton River Valley. So we've also gone outside of our little comfort zone of the west end of the Edmonton River Valley, and we've checked out a few different spots, and they're, to me, little local secrets. Now, I'm sure you've heard there's swings that are found all around the Edmonton River Valley. There's about 3 that are listed that I was able to find online, and we went and searched for one the other day. And we found one swing at close to the Highlands Golf Course and closer to the Kennard Park. So this swing is located not too far from where you're able to park. If you park between 75th and 74th Street on Ada Boulevard, you'll be able to walk down the paths through the trees and down a little bit further, and you'll actually get to a walking path. And then further down, you'll go into the trees again into what's called single track, and you'll see further down the steepness of where the swing is. So go by caution with our little kids. We didn't want them to go down there. And also if it's just rain, you don't want to go down the steep bank because you might slip. So that is a fun little feature there, this River Valley. Someone just put in a swing. There's a few other swings around the city. There's one in the Windermere area that you would have to go through, and we didn't know if we'd be trespassing, so we didn't go, but this is the path that we saw that would lead you to what's called the Brandy's Landing, and it has the swing there as well. Something we found, one time we found it by accident, is the hoodoos. Now, if you're familiar with the hoodoos from the Drumheller area, they're quite a bit larger, but in Edmonton's River Valley, they're a bit smaller. We did find hoodoos closer to the Forest Heights area of the River Valley Park. And then we also the other day went looking for them at the Kennard Park. So these ones were a little bit smaller, but you can see the hoodoos there. So a few other places to check out with the Edmonton Valley is the Accidental Beach, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. This beach is located off of again, you have to go off the trodden path, so we didn't do that, but that's not technically allowed, but it is very well known in the city just to have a beach spot. And also there's a graffiti underpass that we have seen as well, and this graffiti underpass is tons of just people have made it a lot of Instagrammable walls, I guess you'd say it. We see it all over Instagram. Another fun place we went and checked out, of course, connected to the Edmonton River Valley, is the Whitemud Creek Ravine. Now, the Whitemud Creek Ravine, there's a whole bunch of paths. It's located in the southwest quadrant of the city, but we went specifically in between the Ariel Park in Snow Valley and between Snow Valley. You go through what looks like kind of their back end, but actually if you keep going, there is the Whitemud Creek Trail. Now, when you go through there, it totally surprised us. You feel like you're literally almost maybe in BC with the tall trees and just quietness. It's a really cool space and a place that we're for sure gonna keep visiting. And we also spotted the Owl's Nest. Now, it was daytime, so we didn't see any owls, but there's a lot of paths there to discover. One of the things as a family we really love about the Edmonton River Valley is that there's just so much to see, and you don't have to see the same thing every time. But even if you do see the same thing, it's still a lot of fun. We also took our bikes down and rode down the Edmonton River Valley from the west end like we usually do, all the way towards the Terwillegar Dog Park. So it's all connected, tons of biking paths, and a lot that are fun and easy for the younger children, so you're not too worried. Now, it is nice if the kids do have the ability to switch gears because you are off-road for a bit, but you do have a lot of paved roads. So it is very friendly to bike. It's very friendly for families because it's easy. You're not going to be going up too high of hills or anything like that, but it is challenging enough for the adults and for the tweens. The Fairy Gardens in Edmonton River Valley is such a fun little hidden secret. This place has lots of just little fairy garden houses that somebody locally put in. So it's a fun treat for your kids as you're walking down this path. It's located on the side closer to the Mootart Conservatory. So if you're looking for that, check out our comments below and you'll be able to see the location. So make sure you check out the Edmonton River Valley. With living in the city, it's such a nice escape. You're able to access any point of the river valley from the city within 10 to 15 minutes. Even us who live in the suburbs can still access some really amazing beauty that you can get away on the weekends, even during the day, during the week. Lots of fun. We love this feature of Edmonton, and let me know other spots that you found that I haven't listed because I know there's so many down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.